Meet Thomas Jacob Sanford. Thomas is 40 years old, a Marine vet, and he served in Iraq. But Thomas has a problem. He's the main suspect in a mass shooting at an LDS church in Grand Blanc, Michigan. And a mass shooting would be bad enough. But Thomas, allegedly, ran his truck into the church and then hopped out and began shooting. So you can imagine how chaotic it would be to not only be at church, but have that church service full. Several hundred parishioners, men, women, children. I'm sure they were all running around. Then all of a sudden you hear a big boom. Then all of a sudden here comes this big truck driving through a wall. And out hops Thomas Jacob Sanford. And he pulls out an assault rifle and begins shooting. And not only does he begin shooting, but at some point in time during all of this chaos, he deliberately sets the church on fire. So if you didn't have people running for their lives to begin with, you can imagine how much more chaotic it just got. I'm not sure how this church is set up, but I'm sure that kids were in children's church, teens were in youth group, because we're talking about a pretty big church, several hundred people. And reports are saying that the church service was full. 2 police officers arrived within a minute in response to Thomas Jacob Sanford's attack. So now not only do you have gunshot victims inside, but you also have a church that's on fire, and you also have a shootout between Thomas Jacob Sanford and the police. Police shoot and kill Thomas, but this problem is really actually just getting started. Because Thomas doesn't just shoot people. He doesn't just set the church on fire. He doesn't just ram his truck into the building. He also laces the truck with explosives. I forgot to tell you that Thomas is a Marine and he served in Iraq. So we're talking about someone who knows what they're doing. So because of all this, police and first responders have trouble getting to the victims. Because you have to think that before Thomas was taken out, not only do you have someone shooting, not only do you have a truck that's laced with explosives, but you also have a church that's on fire. And so we're not sure of the motive right now, but whatever it was, Thomas wanted to take out a lot of people. So eventually Thomas is taken out and they take care of the fire. But at the time of this recording, they really actually don't know how many casualties they actually have. Right now, at the time of this recording, it's being reported that 2 people have passed away, including Thomas, and that there's been 8 injured. But they believe that there might have been more gunshot victims that they weren't able to get to because of the fire. And they also believe that there might be more victims that died in the fire. So at the time of this recording, we really don't even know how big of an event this might actually be. And everything that's happening at the church is really just the beginning of the investigation. Because FBI and other officials are trying to get a warrant to search Thomas Jacob Sanford's home, which I'm assuming that they're probably doing as we speak. I forgot to tell you that Thomas is married and he does have a son. But remember when I told you that his truck was laced with explosives? Officials believe that his house is also laced with explosives as well. So even once they do get the warrant, it might really actually be the beginning of a very long night. And at least at the time of the recording, we don't know the condition of his wife or his son. Be sure to subscribe for more. I'll keep you updated as more information comes out. And also be sure to subscribe to my Substack linked in the description.